So I just want to thank everybody who's here, everyone who's spoken. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all those who prayed for our safe travel, who prayed for the safety of this community. We want to thank God and thank our ancestors. We want to thank a universe that's loving, that loves justice, that knows that the evil that was committed here is the opposite of what God and our ancestors in the universe intends for us. So when we talk about Black Lives Matter, people are used to a turn-up. We want to be very clear that Black Lives Matter is first and foremost a spiritual movement. It is a spiritual movement that when bodies are stolen from us, their blood cries out from the ground for justice. So when we move into the streets and we say shut it down, that is spirit working and speaking through us. And so we have to summon the spiritual energy necessary to do the work of justice. Ashe? Ashe! And so we've taken this space in order to ground ourselves in spirit, in order to remember that we as Black people are minds and bodies and spirits that are sacred. Ashe? Ashe! And so we lift up those names as they travel to the world of the ancestors so that they can do sacred work through us. Our sacred duty on this earth is to build a world that is the vision of our Creator, to build the world that was intended to be, to build a world that is fit for the inhabitants of our children. I see those babies on your back, sis. I see that baby in your tummy, sis. We cannot have a world that steals the lives of our grandmothers. We reject that world. We say that is against God. That is against our ancestors. That's against our people. And we are duty bound to shut that down. We are duty bound to gather together and vision, but not only vision, to build the world that we can and will have. Ashe? Ashe. So we are here because God called us here. God called us here. We are here in love. We are here in unity with one another. Brother Oscar, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming us in. Those of you who are from Buffalo, thank you for welcoming us in. Thank you for being an epicenter of justice that will come. Of justice that will come.
Buffalo is here with you. Thank you for coming to us.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister.
Our love here will outpower any of that.
Absolutely. Our love here is connected.
Yes.
You're in Buffalo, New York. I'm all the way in Los Angeles. But we're connected. We're connected. We're connected. This is all of those energies that we called forth, summoned us together, reminded us of who we are as African people, and said that the way that we've shut down every single system of injustice is by binding ourselves together, remembering that there's a bond among us, a bond among us, a bond that demands freedom, that demands justice. There's a bond among us that called us to this space to be the sacred ground where we usher forward a new world. A new world. What that devil did is not the world that we will have. That's not the world that we will have.
To it.
That's right.
Not consent.
We don't consent. That's what resistance means. Resistance means we don't consent and we don't submit. We don't consent and we don't submit. And we know we have all the power we need among ourselves to shut down every single system of injustice, to shut down white supremacy, to shut down these systems that put targets on our backs. So the sacred work, the prayer work, the summoning, the libation that we did, that's not some weak spiritual, I'm going to get in a corner and pray. This is the kind of prayer that Pastor Q will remind me often. My favorite prayer is Mama Harriet's prayer. That those who stand in the way of justice shall perish. And I don't mean that just in words. I mean they will perish. I mean God has wrath as well as love. And so to really love our people means demanding justice. We just celebrated the birthday of Minister Malcolm X, who says by any means necessary, by every means necessary as well. We use our spiritual tools, we use our intellectual tools, we use our physical tools, we use the tool of unity and shared vision, and we ain't just here for today. We want to be very clear. We intend to build here. We intend to build here. Thank you. We intend to build with you in Buffalo and in every single community to build the world that is fitting for our people, that honors our ancestors, that we will give for the inhabitants and inheritance of our children. And so we say Ashe, we say Ashe, Ashe-o.
And now give it up for Sister Aisha. Yes. Y'all love when black women summon in the spirit, don't you? I said give it up for Sister Aisha. They've been holding us down.
Aisha. And I am honored to be in this company, to be in your company. I'm here to share our intention with you, and I want you to know that when this tragedy and this violence took place here in Buffalo, I was in Los Angeles. But when it came on the news, I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I literally caved in for a minute.
Okay.
And tears sprang to my eyes.
Okay. I'm Jafari.
And every single person that I talked to in my community shared a similar experience. Some people felt faint. Some people just burst into tears. Some people moaned. And that is because we feel each other. We feel each other. Distance does not matter. We are connected from our history. We are connected in spirit. We are connected by our color, which is an array of color. We are connected, and so no matter how close or far we are, we feel each other. As Black Lives Matter, we are committed to sharing the grief that is being experienced now. We know that when we share that grief together, when we help carry each other, that burden is lightened, that we are stronger together. So we are committed to sharing and lifting and carrying you during your time of grief. We are committed to serving you, supporting you, assisting you in your time of healing, which will come at the right time. Not on a timeline, not on a clock, but at the right time. And we will bring our community to meet with your community. We will bring our resources. We will bring our hearts. We will bring our skills to share in that healing process with you in whatever way you choose. Black Lives Matter is committed to supporting you when you are ready to organize for justice. We will bring our support, our assistance in the way that is right for you as you move forward in claiming justice for those who have fallen and justice for this community at large, because we know that there's not one issue, they're all connected. And so at the right time, when it's time to build again, to build, as Sister Melina said so eloquently, a community that is fit for our children and grandchildren and for our elders, that we will be there to support you in building, in realizing the vision that each one of us has for a decent, loving, healthy, vital, safe community that we all deserve. I have been thinking of the words of the poet Gwendolyn Brooks, who was one of my mother's favorite poets. She said that we are each other's harvest. We are each other's business. That means what happens to you happens to me, what happens to me happens to you. She said we are each other's magnitude, greatness, and that we are each other's bond. We are bound to one another. We are bound by blood. We are bound by spirit. We are bound to the ancestors. They are bound to us. And that is the reason that we will win. That will win. We are strong together. And by together, I mean the ancestors, us here, us around this country, us around this globe, us connected to the earth that is our mother. That is why we will win. We are here for you. You are not alone. We are one people. Thank you so much for welcoming us. We can't wait to be back.
Show us some love. And now coming to the microphone from Virginia Beach, give it up for Jafari.
Come on, 757.
Got me good too. Good grief. I don't want to be safe. How's everybody feeling today? I can't hear. How y'all feeling today? All right, we're sitting here in Buffalo, New York. Our heart goes out to everybody. Like I said, we're here from Virginia. We came about 9 hours to get here. If everybody could do me a favor real quick, if everybody could put one finger in the air like this and say, I am the change today. 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 And just like that, the world can be saved. There's not a scientific answer that's going to give you what's going to make this world a better place. There's no scientific answer that I can give you right here. No matter how much experience is out here with organizing, no matter how many years it's been put into organizing, we still don't have the answer to this, or else we wouldn't be here today, unfortunately. There's been so much noise and so much stigma about BLM, about Black Lives Matter, about what it means. I myself, I've been an activist now for 6 years. I began my activist journey in 2016 when my 14-year-old cousin committed suicide due to bullying. Prior to that, I was an entertainer, and I was giving my talents to the wrong portion of life. For the last 6 years of my life, I've dedicated myself to being a change, no matter how that may have been. In that change, in our short, brief, almost 6 years, we've begotten Matthew Rushing home from prison. Can I get that one time? We got Champ Turner home from prison one time for that, Ashe. We got Juneteenth recognized as a statewide holiday in the state of Virginia. We physically tore down the Confederate monument to make sure that all the Confederate monuments are down in the state of Virginia. And we are only 6 years old. This is what we can take. We go to city council meetings. We make sure felons have their rights back to vote. We make sure we're not just presenting problems. We are presenting solutions, innovative activism. There's a different story in LA. There's a different story in RVA. There's a different story in the 757. But we got to put together and put aside that division. It don't matter why they do it or how they do it. Over here, they may or may not record protests. Over here, they may or may not be, talking with their chief in a productive manner. But it's not for you to judge that area. Like, you can't tell Richmond that they not the shit, right? One time for RVA. Can one time for RVA? Let me tell y'all about an occupation. They literally occupied the Robert E. Lee Monument until it literally fell. They made it an autonomous land. And I don't know if y'all know what that means, but they literally occupied the land. and they don't get enough credit. I tell Lawrence right here, he's the president of BLM RVA. Y'all need to hear more about them, but all these different BLM chapters, they have their own special fight. Marcus Davis Peters, India Kager, William Chapman. There's the reason why BLM 757 came, because you didn't know about William Chapman. You didn't know about India Kager. You didn't know about David Nathan. You didn't know about DeMario Joyner. You didn't know about Matthew Russian. People don't know about, there's a 4-year-old missing right now by the name of Cody Bigsby with no Amber Alert, and he's been missing for over 100 days. We have to continue to amplify from where we are. We have to put aside the spirit of division. If you hear somebody say something about a black person, be like, hold up real quick. Let me call them. Let's talk about this together. We don't need to keep dividing. Oh, I heard this about that person, but then you won't call them. Oh, no, you're doing too much. No, you doing too much. You causing division, and we got shit to do out here. Every single day, 24-hour hotlines. We're 6 years old. The BLM 757 phone rings every single day, from police injustice to wrongful incarceration to moldy houses to gentrification to everything. City council's not doing what they're supposed to do. Your congressman's not doing what he's supposed to do. Your senator's not doing what he's supposed to do. Joe Biden's not doing what he's supposed to do. The Republicans aren't doing what they're supposed to do. You can't even miss me with the Donald Trump thing no more, because everybody is effing up. They don't care about y'all, the people. What they care about is getting voted back in. And we've seen a pattern. We're only 6 years old. Every election, they're going to go to the biggest black church on the Sunday before Tuesday and say they're a special guest speaker. And you know what they're going to do on that Tuesday after they get elected? Forget your number exists. So I need y'all to stay tight. If y'all don't do nothing else, get the person next to you's phone number, Instagram, because we got to stay connected. We can't just keep presenting these problems. There's a white supremacy problem, and we haven't solved it yet. But we will be teaching the Second Amendment. And we're here to stand on whatever camera's here. We are not with gun control. All gun control is racist and sexist. Can everybody say that with me? All gun control, all gun laws. I need more than that. All gun laws are racist and sexist. Why is that? Because if a female gets hopped on by a gentleman, what does she need as an equalizer? That thing. If the KKK comes into our neighborhood and tries to put us down, what do we need as an equalizer? That thing. So we declare that every black person, until they get all the supremacy stuff situated, should be able to own a black gun. And we're going to leave it there. Build and connect with your brothers and sisters. We're not going to be ousting nobody. You don't need to oust the NAACP when they're not here. You don't need to oust this Black Lives Matter group because they're not doing the way you do it. What we need to do is unity. We need it every day, and we need to be building every Sunday, figuring out what we can do this week, find out what you did this week, get goals, write them down, and stick to them. Not just election season. Ashe.
Ashe, show them some love. And now coming to the microphone is Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake. Y'all know that name, don't you? Jacob Blake.
First of all, we come here to Buffalo, New York, to stand with these families. The families of these people that were taken, stolen by the terrorists that went in there and did this. Just like the same senseless violence that goes on by police all across the United States is a pattern. But we stand here with Buffalo because we're not going to be scared. You understand me? They're not going to use their fear tactics and control the way we think by fear. We're going to unite and stand together. All right? We're going to make these families feel whole, because that's our job as a community. That's our job. I didn't travel here for lights, cameras, and action. I traveled here for results. Come on now. I traveled here for you to understand. I'll travel here again. I traveled here for you to know in Buffalo that we got your back. I traveled here because we are not going to be trampled on anymore. They're not going to use fear to shut us up, to quiet us up. to control where we go. I'm going to call on all the billionaire black men and women in New York State. I'm calling on the black billionaires in New York State to come and open up a black grocery store in this black community and serve our people. That's what we demand. We're not asking, y'all. I'm tired of asking. My father asked as he got his ass whooped on the Edmund Pettus Bridge 57 years ago. I did not begin activism when my son was shot. I carried on my activism to a higher level of activism.
That's right.
You put your boots on. You put them on the ground. You hug someone out here and tell them you love them. We're going to lead with love. We ain't leading with hate.
That's right.
Because God
Yes.
will make it all even one day.
That's right.
Whatever God you believe in, He will make it even one day. I ask everyone that is here from near and far to share your love with Buffalo, New York. To share your love with these 10 families. To understand your power and the power that you possess. We are powerful people. We are powerful people. And when we stand together, we cannot be beaten. I love all of you.
Love you too. Love you too, brother.
But I want you to use your love and come together and unite. Because hatred cannot beat us. And we're not going to let it beat us. I love y'all.
Love you.
That was the father of Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake. Give him a hand of encouragement, because it takes a lot when you're going through pain to look at somebody else's pain. You know, we're all wounded healers. And if you see yourself as a wounded healer, you're not going to try to harm anybody. You feel me? And now to hear a poem, we're going to hear a poem from our sister Estella.
All right, sister.
Oh, you hiding.
Come on, poets. Poets.
That mic ain't gonna work no more with all
Thank
that
you.
Lysol in it.
Thank you. I am so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be here with you. I'm so grateful to feel and still feel and want to feel. And I know that this feeling will get better because we're here. So, in alliance with all that has been said by all those who have said it, this poem is called Black Love. Black love. Black love is infinite. It's enormous. It's gigantic. Black love is bigger than white hate. It's bigger than illusions of supremacy or privilege or religions or faith. It has wings. It uses light for food and strength. It doesn't boast or ponder. It's generous. It has the last say. It collects friends of all hues, but self-hate must move out of the way. Terrorists must move out of the way. It's lynch-proof, bulletproof, timeless. It's perseverance. It adds joy to life, length to the breath. It covers the ocean floors. Black love holds space to mourn what is never lost or forgotten. Kindness, a helping hand, honor, divine order, and amazing grace. Black love is seen and felt in the dark. Its light always is there. Its beauty and warmth is always its acceptance. It moves mountains with thoughts. Black love moves mountains with thoughts.
I say thank you, brother.
Black love is the willingness of the heart to stay open. Black love is the willingness of the heart to stay open. It makes healing in our community, wherever, whenever, a safe place to explore our possibilities. It's galaxies. It adds stars to the night sky. Black love heals us in community. We are black love. We are a healing balm for the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on now.
Give her a hand, give her a hand. And now to talk about collective power, let's hear from Angela. Where's Angela? Angela, where you at? Yes.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for welcoming us here. You have been so beautiful to us. You see these shirts, you know who we are, and you welcomed us with open arms. And we thank you. A raindrop. One single raindrop. It's fragile. It falls to the earth. It doesn't penetrate. Doesn't make much of a splash. It dries up. Forgotten. When you're in class, you begin to see the earth. You begin to see the grass grow. You see the flowers grow. You see God grow. That man falls away in heaven. You can enjoy your picnic. You thought it was just a few days. It gets more. It gathers. It makes noise. There's thunder. There's light. You hear the rain. You step.
Yep.
That's where the air is. You gotta get some air up here. That's you. Together, we are a storm that cannot be defeated. We are a storm that cannot be quenched. We will move across this earth because it is God's earth and we are God's creation. We are the rain and we are coming. We are the rain that will never see another dry day in Buffalo, that will never see another dry day in Michigan. I bring you greetings from Lansing, Michigan, from Detroit, Michigan, from Flint, Michigan, from Port Huron, Michigan, from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I'm so sorry, family, if I'm forgetting you. Grand Rapids, Michigan, we love you. We love you. Texas, Shores, we love you.
I don't know you.
I come and bring you greetings to BLM Michigan.
You look like my son.
Who's family? Our family.
Okay, look at him. Lift it up there. We're going to take care out there. Look up. Look what they're doing.
They didn't stop until they put a bullet through it.
Look up, y'all. Everybody film this.
Rain.
Everybody film this.
We are the rain. We are as powerful as rain. When we come together, when we organize, you better believe
Everybody
that
film
God
that
is
up in the
a
sky.
God of order. There is nothing random about